Welcome on in, everybody, to Mimic Loaf. Tonight we are going to be playing our Astral Sea campaign, Adventures in the Astral Sea. Session, don't believe the title, it is session number 82. I don't know why it's defaulted to 80, but it is number 82. We are down one person currently who may join us a little bit later, depending on what happens. We are down John, we are down John, but that's okay. I'll be playing him for the most part. I think that's pretty much all the announcements that I really have. So with a Drew, let's get into it.
Am I live?
You're live.
Okay. Before I get into the recap, I'd like to say a big thank you to our two sponsors. First one being Stabby, Joe, Ampersand, and Ampersand Co. Big time sponsors of the stream. Love you guys. Go to stabbyjoeandco.com to get all sorts of cool Mimic Loaf. There's Mimic Loaf stuff, there's Stabby Joe stuff, there's Death Knell Zero stuff. It's all great. And if you use code MIMIC5, you get 5% at checkout. Bamboo's come to distract me now. Now that I've started talking is when he wants attention. Our other sponsor is Dubby, makers of Jitterless Energy Blends. And if you go to w.gg and use code MIMICLOAF, you get 10% off your order. So yeah, big thank you to the two sponsors. And now, into the recap. So, the session started with the party waking up from a long rest on our ship. We were still attached to Haku's kind of fleet of ships. Sol came back. No, Sol had already come back, but he informed Ali that her friends were on Shalagoth when everything happened at the Ball-in Cup tournament, and unfortunately that they had perished. At least they died doing what they loved, playing Ball-in Cup. And our theater that we owned, bet you guys forgot about that. Our theater we owned was where the key was, which Sol believed was suspicious. Alia was obviously not okay because her friends / family were deceased, were down below. Haku was still wounded, and the party kind of went in to discuss what our next steps were, and that's where we met Ada. Arguably probably the best and strongest and coolest character anyone's ever made in fiction ever. He is what is he at the moment? He's kind of like he's like a keeper of the barrier between life and death. He does not like undead very much. That we'll just say that much, and he insists that he didn't know who Fandwell was, which is interesting. What? Can you leave me alone? I'm doing something.
Oh,
this is the night of pestering cats.
Yeah, apparently. So Fandwell showed up, and Arda spent the whole time pretending that he didn't acknowledge him. Fandwell gave Zil a red crystal and said, "Use this." And so Zil used it, and the King of Shadows appeared. My ex-father-in-law. And he told us that Grimm's Vault is orbiting the star, which is what's the name of the star? Helios. Is orbiting Helios opposite Zesto. So we went and found Grimm's Vault, and we unlocked the door. We solved a puzzle. It was very, very cool. It was lots of moving pieces. It was very cool. Thank you, Nathan. And we found our way in, and the vault was huge. And there was a big metal mural with a design that. Where is it? Was it? Did you send it in? No, you didn't. It was like a big dude standing in front of the sun, basically, and there was like leaves and stuff on the outside.
big
That's basically
dude.
what it was. It was a dude
It
standing.
was
in front
basically
of
a big dude standing in front of a sun.
Yeah, it was basically
Azoth.
a big dude.
It was just Azor standing in front and looking.
From this, we kind of extrapolated that the star is the weapon, not whatever was located in Grimm's Vault. So we found a lot of stuff there that was very just like time related. We found a shit ton of gold, which was great. We kind of basically have infinite gold at this point. Zil grabbed the bag of holding and ran with it, like holding it down on the ground with it between his legs, and just was just funneling gold into the
infinite money now.
Yeah, we basically have infinite money. So the party just returned to the ship, and we spent time trying to contact the sun, but we didn't get a response. That's when a solar flare kind of popped off the sun and in the direction of Terra Machina. So we went, okay, we need to head to Terra Machina, which is where we went. And then along the way, Sol and Ali both got weird feelings on the way. Will that be explained? Who knows? Tune into this episode and find out.
Find out on today's episode.
Find out today on this episode of Astral Sea. Thank you.
So, your ship cut silently through the void, stars drifting past like distant embers. You are on the way to Terra Machina, the planet, the jungle planet. Yeah, what do you guys want to do while you guys wait for travel? Gotta love travel. Any conversations you guys want to have? Yeah, you're just sitting there in a chair.
Yeah.
I want to cry.
Don't distract me, I'm flying.
Loads up flight sim on his crystal.
That's what I was going to say.
So, there is, after the conversations you guys had last session, there is 3 kind of places you could head to. So there is Mesaville, which is where the space where you guys took off out into neon space for the first time. After arriving,
like so long ago.
Yeah, it was session
It
8.
was.
2 years ago?
It was session 8.
2+.
So it was
Yep.
10 times the amount of sessions ago, essentially.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so there is Mesaville. You don't understand. This is just complete sidebar. Prepping my notes for this session, I went back into my old notes and I was like, bro, I don't understand a word of this. Like, what is going on with these notes? Anyway.
That's just D&D.
Yeah, that's just
Session
D&D.
8 was the
And the
3rd of
maps were
February.
so different. 3rd of
That was
February.
like 2 years
yeah.
ago.
No, 2023.
3 years ago.
Fuck. Get
Oh my
fucked.
god.
Almost
That's
to the
crazy.
So much has happened.
day. Anyway.
So
In
much
everyone's
has
life,
happened. In the campaign and in everyone's life. Holy shit.
So you guys kind of have 3 somewhat locations that you can head to. Yeah, there's Mesaville, which is, if you need reminding, is a city that's inside a giant mesa on Terra Machina in what's called Sector 1. There is Sector 2, which you guys briefly saw when you went to a place called Quinton's Tower. It's a large, burnt out, uninhabitable crazy land, essentially. And then there is, I believe you guys talked about a mysterious pillar at which Sol first got his sentience.
Well, I suppose Sol having the strongest connection to this planet, where do you think that we should go?
Away from it.
Fair. Okay.
Um, Mesaville would probably be the place to go, at least for information's sake. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they have a library and something else there.
I don't know. I can't remember the circumstances in which we left Mesaville. I'm not sure if we left Mesaville on good terms or not, but we can go there.
Cool. So you guys cut through the void. Ahead of you hangs Terra Machina, a lush jungle world wrapped in swirling greens and deep shadows. Alive even from orbit. Vast canopies blanket its surface. You guys head to Terra Machina, which let's give you a more visual.
Map. Poncho's parents still living in Mesaville?
If anyone
Are we gonna have to
remembers
beat-
this
I-
map.
Oh
I
my
don't
god!
remember this.
Oh,
Oh my
my
God.
god!
How
That's a
crazy
fucking
a throwback.
blast from the
Burnt out
past.
factory, factory alpha, factory beta. Oh my god.
What a blast from the past!
Yeah.
Holy moly!
Some of the things have not
What's the-
unfought. I don't know what the circle was for, but I decided to leave it
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say
I
that.
was like, okay.
What's the circle?
So you guys are heading to Mesaville, which is over here. The large mesa. Kind of flying in. You come into like a cutout in the mesa wall and dock yourselves at Spaceport X1. Which is what I decided to call it back in the day.
This is super like sci-fi at the start of the campaign.
It definitely was. And here's another blast from the past. This is Mesaville.
Wow!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Maps aren't loading.
That's
big sad.
crazy.
I do remember this one.
I remember this. Where's Poncho's? Where's the?
It's Poco Arctis, which is down here.
Oh my god!
Why do I feel like we were in trouble here?
But
What?
I said that's why I was like, I can't remember the circumstances in which we left Mesaville.
So
Go down a pub somewhere?
yeah,
I
you
thought it
you
was a
burnt
burnt down
down.
pub. Was that here?
You burnt down the
No.
Malevolent Traveler, and if you check the map, in its wake there is the Malevolenter Traveler.
Where is it?
Oh my god! Was that
Just
the
see
one
it.
where we got attacked by those guys?
By the pirates,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
And
No,
that's when
I
we burnt
fucking
it
leveled
and-
it.
Yeah.
That's right.
You guys
Yeah,
leveled it.
Saul was like, I burnt it down. Yeah, I remember. Oh my god! Blast from the past. This is
Yeah.
crazy. It's all coming
Um,
full circle.
So, the Red Rock Mesa rises from the jungle like a spine of some ancient beast. Sheer walls carved by time into towering cliffs of rust and gold. And at its summit, Mesaville, inside Mesaville spreads outward. You see, as you descend into Terra Machina Spaceport X1, the ordered geometry of the landing pads and the docking towers gives way to something more chaotic. Canvas shelters crowd the outer edge of the port. Makeshift structures spill into the loading lanes. Smoke from cook fires curls upward in thin, tired streams. People are everywhere. Families wrapped in travel-worn cloaks, children clutching bundles too small to matter, crates marked with a sigil of Shalagoth stacked in uneven towers. The air carries a low murmur. Not panic, but displacement.
Are these
You-
people from Shalagoth?
You guys come into the spaceport and you are guided to a spot to dock. And the ship is safe for now. You guys kind of speak to the
For now.
dockmaster, and at this point in time, a silver fox is covering all spaceport costs. So your ship is safe at this dock. It is looked after, and you don't have to pay a cent.
Well, it doesn't matter because we have infinite riches essentially.
We're mega rich.
Your currency means
We're
nothing to me.
mega rich, she says, with the hand.
Do we actually have a number to how much we have, just in case?
Mega.
Or not?
that Nathan said, I quote Nathan last session, I won't make you worry about currency anymore.
Yeah, correct.
Perfect. Let's buy all the most expensive things possible,
Correct.
even
Well,
people.
at least we couldn't get it before.
Yeah.
What'd you
True.
say?
Give me my tattoos.
What
Give me
was
my
I supposed
tattoos,
to do?
Nathan.
Oh yeah, true. Well, too bad the tattooist is dead.
Yeah, another one combo, surely.
I need
Anyway.
a wizard to revive her.
So you guys dock, speak to the dock master. He lets you know that everything is being covered. You don't need to pay a thing. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
You notice? Oh, sorry, you mentioned that there's you said that there's boxes marked with Shalagoth. Could I ask around and find out I'm assuming that these people are refugees from
Yes,
Shalagoth.
very
They
much
managed to
so.
escape.
That's what you
Okay.
that's what you gain from finding looking through, talking to
Okay.
people, whatnot. You find out that Mesaville being a capital of a planet nearby to where Shalagoth was attacked / was rammed into the into the Mother's Myriad. It was one of many space ports that are now home to a bunch of refugees.
Okay. All right.
There's splatterings of different races. You can see a couple of people that you think were maybe royal guards at one stage, a couple faces that seem familiar. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of, I'm going to just cast. Actually, no, I won't cast anything. Can I kind of I don't know, have my hood up, kind of try and not stand out, because I think that people will see me and
Yeah.
I look like.
Just give me a general stealth check.
I got a 6.
Cool. Yeah, so you do your hood up.
It makes me more conspicuous. It's really hot out, and
No,
I've got this big cloak on.
So, funny enough, it does not. There are plenty of individuals with cloaks, plenty of people hiding their faces.
Okay.
It does not seem to bring nobody bats their eye at the fact that you've got a hood on. Yeah.
Okay. Where are we headed? You said there was a library. Is it in the castle or the?
Yeah, I'm
court?
pretty
I can't remember.
sure it was in the castle. I could
Okay,
be
shall we?
wrong, Nath, but
So, if you're talking about the bookshop, it is the Cave Compendium, which is just here.
Okay.
So as you guys kind of arrive, it's a modest stone-cut bookstore tucked into kind of a grouping of buildings. Its shelves are thinner than usual. Many spell scrolls and tomes have been purchased for defense or taken by fleeing scholars. The owner now copies texts by hand to preserve knowledge lost in Shalagoth's fall. It has quietly become a gathering place for displaced mages and thinkers. So as you guys kind of enter the shop, you guys see a bunch of different people kind of sitting around, almost looking like a coffee shop now rather than a bookshop, as the books themselves are kind of all over the place and not very ordered. There is a single large desk at the back, where there is a keeper of the shop, so to speak.
Okay. Is there a specific book that we're looking for? Anything? Is there a topic that we're looking for?
Your guess is as good as mine. I would assume that we're probably after information about the Elmore Star, but I haven't found anything in my seeking of information for it.
What about any information about Terra Markina and the factories and the war?
That's what I was going to say. I was like, that might be easier to find.
There should be plenty.
I suppose I'll walk up to the shopkeeper
See him
and ask.
jotting things down on paper. He's copying a book, or handwritten notes into a more finer filigree kind of book
Hmm.
kind of thing. He goes, I'll be with you in a second. Sorry, let me just finish this sentence. There we go. How can I help you today?
Well, we're here seeking knowledge. I know that your shelves are a bit bare at the moment, but I'm hoping that you could provide us with a book, maybe on something. We're looking for information on the Aylmore Star, and
Ooh, the Elmo
as well as
Star.
the history of Terra Machina, and specifically about the factories here.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. As you can see, our shelves are quite bare. What little I did have inventory-wise is being bought up quite frequently by refugees of Shalagoth. I do have a number of spell scrolls and a couple of books left, as well as a journal recovered from Shalagoth, but it is quite damaged and probably not worth much.
Could I take a look at the journal?
Sure. He hands you the journal, like after picking it from a shelf behind him. It is
Okay.
charred, covered in web. You flick through some of the pages, and what little is visible on the pages, it is almost illegible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How much for the journal?
Well, with all these things going in quite high supply at the moment, you'd be looking at roughly about 20 gold pieces.
I'll take
Change.
10.
I'll take 20. So I say, yeah, that's fine. Well, I think, yeah.
All right. Well, do you perchance want to peruse what's left of our spell scrolls?
I would. I'll spell scrolls, not necessarily. What other books do you have?
Let me have a look. And he kind of goes through a little bit of a ledger, and he goes, okay, I have a few star charts. I have a book on solar resonance. I have a guide to jungle botany, and I have a blank spell book.
The book on solar resonance. Can I have a look
Yes.
at that, please?
Yeah, sure. Here you go. And he pulls out like this fat tome. It's probably it's easily thousands of pages long. And it's got like this
Okay, well, I'll
solar
go to the-
star on the front page, and it
Can
says,
I go to the table of contents?
Yep. There is quite a long
I
table of
just scan
contents.
through- Can I kind of just like scan through,
What
see
are
if
you
anything catches
looking?
my eye?
Okay, give
I'm
me
looking for, I don't
guess you're
know,
not really.
anything
Anything that would
I'm
kind
looking-
of
Helios.
that, like, yeah, not necessarily Helios, but like anything that I guess tracks like odd patterns, so like solar flares or sunspots, things like that. That
That's
Yeah.
called astronomy.
but like, yeah, but like, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
talking about like ones that were like unexpected, or times that the star behaved in
So
a way
there
that
is
it wasn't
there is a
thought to have.
chapter on like not necessarily rumors of solar resonance. So this book is very much like academic research. So you flick through some of the chapters, like the chapter names, and it definitely looks like academic research. It is essentially pinpointing people that are or not pinpointing people, but pinpointing what happens when things resonate with solar presences. So things that seem to coincide with stars, coincide with suns, all that kind of stuff. There is a section of it that most of it is very scientific jarble, and like it's just about the star itself and like what its makeup is and all that kind of stuff, which is just run-of-the-mill knowledge. There is a section on there on like folk tales, so to speak, of the star, which kind of catches your eye, I guess.
Okay, well, I'll flip to, what is that, fucking chapter 77? I go,
Yeah. Yeah.
do I need to roll a
Um,
strength check to turn the page to
No,
take it to the
you turn the book, and the gentleman kind of politely puts his hand in front of it and goes, I'm sorry, sir, but we are not a library. We're a bookshop.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I'm sorry. I forget my manners. How much for the book?
It is this one of this size. You're looking maybe at about 150 gold pieces. Ooh.
Chump change. I go, meh, and I throw it on the floor. I go, yeah, pick it up.
He
Pick
goes,
it up.
jumps
He
onto
goes,
the
"Oh,
floor.
God, please."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
And
hand
he
him
then
the- I
allows
hand
you
him
to,
the-
yeah, he then allows you to read the book of this particular chapter.
Can I go sit down? Can I go sit down at a table and can I order a coffee? And can I be sitting there like,
They don't do drinks here. It's just like it seems to be a
but
bunch of
for a fee, surely.
people on like books
yeah,
writing.
it's BYO. And I go, okay.
Opens a flask.
I go. I uncork a bottle of rum and I sit there and I go.
So you kind of read this like the beginning of this chapter. It talks about people that seemingly have or claim, according to the book, claim to have things bestowed upon them by the sun.
Like cancer?
Yes. And vitamin C. Vitamin D?
Yay.
Okay, fascinating.
like
so
it kind of
is there anything
goes
that I
through
kind of?
that.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything?
Being an academic
I'll
book, it is
I'll
very
call Soul over
largely
as well.
in it's being an academic book, it is very largely in these people are just crackpots and we're proven wrong kind of stance. But nonetheless, you do get a little bit of information that apparently, according to what some people say, there's sun rays that have been bestowing people with treasures or newfound abilities or
Melanoma.
Yeah, or
hate
melanomas that eventually go cancerous.
Okay, fascinating.
Become a druid? Skin cancer.
I mean, you
turned-
kind of have both.
I
Well, I
turn
mean,
to
I have
Soul.
skin now.
I turn to Soul and I say, "Is this what happened to you?"
Yeah,
Cancer.
I suppose that's an explanation for it.
Do you think that potentially going to the place where you gain sentience, do you think that could potentially lead us to contacting Helios?
I wish I could say yes. The thought, frankly, makes me uncomfortable at the moment, but
Right.
if you think there's benefit to it,
I'll fold the book up and
Cool.
I'll stuff it into the bag of holding past all the gold.
Cool.
And
spills out onto the
yeah,
floor.
I go, ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like
Um,
300 gold pieces come out and you're like, oh well.
Yeah.
the way a 5-cent coin makes nothing.
You go, nah.
The dragon sword, who needs it?
So, would I know, being like of nobility, would I know if if the royal family here like had a royal library or were very scholarly, if they were,
No.
along those lines?
They're not necessarily
okay.
scholarly. They are definitely, like, from the vibe that you got from them when you knew of this kinds of stuff, and if it is still the family that's in power, they are very, like, up-nosedy, like, not necessarily
Holier than thou.
but, like,
Yeah.
I'm rich, I can do what I want kind of people.
Yeah. Okay.
That made their money primarily in trade to begin with.
Okay. Fascinating.
Well, and it is very
East
well
India Trading
known if
Company.
you ask around that the like that district at the northern area is still closed off and has been closed off to anybody for quite some time.
Well, I think that we might be served better by heading out of Mesaville, unless anyone else has any ideas of what they'd like to do.
I got some things I want to do. There's a couple things I need to do.
Cool. What would you like to do?
Anyone else need to do anything?
Is there any
Okay.
like?
Sol just would like to
I'll just
cry.
ask. Apart from the what's it called, Poco Arctis, is there any like places that sell like artifacts, magical items, astral shards, perchance?
Um,
Some shots.
I already got the
There's
astral
a
shards. I
gem-
need an astral shard with a D.
so
Artisans Guild
from-
has gems and rocks.
Yeah, from the last time you were here, there was the Artisans Guild, which is here. That have that specialize in gemstones. There's the bookshop, which is the Cave Compendium. There is also the Oasis Bathhouse, if you would like a bath. The Gilded Flagon is here, which is a tavern/inn. There is the Spaceport Market, which you can find a variety of things, both magical and unmagical. The Malevolenter Traveller, now named, is on the spot of a burnt down tavern/inn. And then, yeah, Poco Arctis, which is owned by Poncho's parents. Owned and run by Poncho's parents.
I think I will go to the Artisans Guild. I don't think I could bear to go to Poco Arctis and have to face
That's where I'm heading straight.
Ponchos.
Like as soon as I get off the
Transparent.
ship, I veer off, and you'd see me run into the crowd and disappear.
Sweet. Well, then we'll go to Charpok first, but while Azoth has his finger up.
Mine will be quick anyway. Did any in the past few sessions do we still have my cannibal friend, my shark friend? Are they gone?
They are currently with, I believe you guys left them with
They're with Haku.
Haku,
Okay.
and they're helping regain, like to scout out, find people that are still alive from the battle, bring them in, and like repair ships, do what they need to do in order to keep Leviathan's pirate grouping alive, so to speak.
Love that. I will read the letter that I've got and just try to remember back on who H would be.
Give me
'Cause I also don't have notes.
give
From
me
the
a history check.
Come on, guide him.
11.
11.
Oh. Guidance? Question mark.
I'm not there, so I can't.
Yeah, you're gone. Spiritual guidance, so.
You kind of try and
all
recall
connected.
back. It's very hard for you to figure out who H is. It could be Helen, it could be Harry, it could be Julio.
Surely
As it
Yeah.
gets
Hemorrhoids.
around,
Like, it could be anyone, really.
Hank.
Hank. Yeah, it would be Hank. Okay, cool. In that case, I'm going to go up to Sol and just say, you've been through a lot, and you probably didn't have any sense of physical feeling since we were here last time. Would you like to try to relax, go to the bathhouse, and
That's where I'm
Take
going.
a
I'm going to the bathhouse.
she says from my shoulder.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have never experienced one. It's not a bad idea.
Let's try to let you relax a little bit. That's me.
So you guys are heading to the bathhouse. Charpok, you head to Poco Arctis, where you do find the shop closed. You see a small little sign on the door that speaks about their injured son during the attack on Shalagoth, and that he's being treated elsewhere. It's requesting, like, a little notice on the door is requesting patience and apologizing for any inconvenience. And it also seems like some refugees and townsfolk have begun leaving flowers or small gifts outside in quiet solidarity. You see tiny little like paper mache cranes floating in like bowls of water. You see like flowers. You see candles lit. But it is
I
closed.
just look at the pile of stuff in front after looking at the note. And like, this fucking town is horrible. Everyone's leaving their rubbish here and everything.
Sharpbox off eating it.
Oh, chocolate. No. Does this house have, or the shop have a chimney or anything?
No, it does not.
All right. I want to try and sneakily break in without obviously breaking anything, but I want to
Okay.
try and get in.
So how do you want to try and get in? Through a window? Through the door?
Is there any other back entrance?
There is a back entrance, yes. It is by door as well, which is locked.
That's all right. I'll go to the back. I will. Do I have a thieves toolkit? Oh my god, do I or not? Shit, I don't. Okay, well,
Should have brought me with you.
I should have, but I thought I had one. That's all right. And I
That's the
gave
reason
back
I've
that
been
thing.
unlocking all the doors.
And I gave back that item that Azoth had that turned into a tool of some form. Okay, never mind. I'll just try and get into the back door, and I'll just silently try and crack the lock.
Okay, give me a strength check or maybe an athletics check.
It's the -1, so I'll guide myself. That is a 14 minus 1, 13.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
Even better. That is a 33.
Cool. You manage to like, you're just looking around, seeing who's watching you. You manage to just like shoulder barge the lock, and it like the whole mechanism for the door comes undone.
Perfect. All right.
And the door kind of swings a little bit open. Yeah.
All right. Get in. Close it.
The door
And
does
now
not
that I'm
close.
in here-
It hits the thing and then swings open ajar a little bit. The mechanism that holds the door is busted.
I'll put a chair under the handle and just like, yeah, that'll do. Okay.
Cool.
I want to just look around real quick, and I want to make sure if anything's been taken, if it looks like this place is being ransacked, or anything that looks out of place
other
or
than-
odd for a shop.
Other than, give me an investigation check.
Sure. I'm guiding that as well, actually. Dirty 20.
Cool. As far as stock goes, it's a little bit light, but that's kind of, I guess, very, very normal for the circumstance. There are a few items left in the shop, but other than that, it still looks fairly well kept. There's just like, I guess, a thin layer of dust on some things. So it just looks
What
like
magic items are left over?
there are 3 spell scrolls, a tiny little polished piece of agate, and a scimitar made of some sort of bone.
I might need an upgrade. All right, I'll take the scimitar, and I'll leave 200 gold pieces unless it was worth more.
There is a price tag on it
Does it
that
say?
says 7,030.
I'll leave 8,000 then.
Cool.
And I'll just quickly scribble a note and say, like, it was Sharpok, don't worry, I got you. Alright, and then I will... Oh, I already broke the lock. Yeah, fuck it, I'll leave the door ajar. I'll just head out.
Okay.
And
you head out.
then... What was the other thing I wanted to do? Come back to me, because I cannot remember what the other
Cool.
thing I wanted to do.
You guys head to the bathhouse, entering into its lavish, well, what used to be lavish, but no longer. The water is seemingly a little bit more rationed than what they were. Private rooms are a little bit more scarce than what they were when you guys last were here. refugees kind of like seem to be queuing up for warmth, washing, and brief comfort in like the public rooms. There is a small little desk towards like the entrance where you see like a very well endowed female elf in a very see-through silken kind of long sweeping dress. She's got very ornate gold necklace and bracelets that match. And she kind of issues you close as you guys approach, and she's like, "Welcome to the Oasis Bathhouse. Are you looking for public rooms, private rooms, a little bit of companionship? We can definitely organize something for you if you'd like."
At the mention of companionship, I'll like turn to Sol with my eyebrow raised, or my dragon eyebrow.
My dragon eyebrow.
Okay. Hey, what would you recommend for somebody who would describe themselves as mega rich?
Well, if you would describe yourself as that, I would probably go maybe a private room, a private group room with a therapeutic soak, a massage, and maybe even a little bit of company. We do have one of our private suites available if you'd like to stay the night. But yeah, we can definitely organize something if you would like.
Harley, do you want to let everyone know we might be able to stay the night in somewhere mega rich worthy? Perfect.
Everyone knows.
Yep. We'll take all of that. Thank you.
All right.
Spidey
Well,
senses are tingling.
welcome
John's
to the bathhouse. Please follow me. And you guys like kind of follow her. Ali, I will get you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay, but also, can you add Harry in?
Oh,
John's
yep.
here.
What? He's not here.
Perception check? Someone message him, tell him to jump on.
Is he actually here, or is he not here?
Yeah, he's in his chair and ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
He
Just
needs to
join.
join Discord.
He just needs to join, and then I will quickly go to break while I fix the. Well, actually, I'll fix the overlay live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball.
Target.
See what that was.
Sam is not balling.
Jackson, join now.
Now, join.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, sweet. You, as you're walking through, hold on, give me a sec. As you're walking through the line, you pick up on a very, very familiar chisel jaw, blonde-haired individual. He kind of like takes a second, like looks at you. He's in the public line. He looks at you, sees you, and goes, "Hey, Ali, how you do, girl?"
My God.
Okay, let's pause for overlay so we can find out what his name is.
Let's
Oh, yeah, just John on stream now.
Looking.
Yeah, no, I
got
just need to
my-
fix.
Sorry,
I just need to fix a couple.
Oh my God, what the fuck is
things.
that from? What's the other one? I know the old man was the pajama party, but what's the other picture?
That's at Dicey's. You giant ass
Oh my God.
head. It was a.
Yeah.
It was a one. It
God.
was a 0.5 pick.
Oh
you're on
yes,
the edge.
yeah.
But
That's
The
right.
reflection-
Yeah. It makes me look like it looks like I've got a It looks like I've got like a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull alien head.
an elongated skull.
Yeah.
You do have a crystal of the skull alien head, though.
Okay. Rude.
You got there.
Is
You
it
got there.
Ali? Is it Ali? 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 Ali. Is that who it is?
Prince
Ali.
Ali, Abi,
Who is it?
It is none other than your ball and cup companion. Yes, I believe his name was Ailey, I believe it was.
Ali.
I got to double check
yeah.
my notes, but because I'm
It's
fixing.
A-A-L-I.
Yeah.
And he is the
about the
He's the-
sidetrack to a ball in the cup tournament?
creator of Ball in the Cup.
Hell yeah.
None other than
I
he.
could have really played off not knowing his name, just to not say his name ever.
Like, hey,
Hey,
you.
my god!
Hey, dude. Continue to talk amongst yourselves for a few more seconds. Sorry. I'm getting that. Maybe we should go
Totally
to break.
unrelated to D&D, but some people might appreciate. Wait, is it going to focus?
Oh, which one is it?
It is the new one, Tailored Realities. It's a short stories compilation.
Yeah. Oh, it is exciting. I just finished the first. I just finished The Way of Kings.
Nice. Fuck, that was pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I literally I did nothing but read. Basically, I instead of listening to music on my way to work, I read on my walk to work.
Nice.
Yeah.
On your walk?
What a nerd.
Yes.
You didn't ever
Audiobooks.
walk and read as a
No,
I used to get
can't
in
do
trouble
it.
for it all
I
the time.
thing.
I used to trip over all the time.
I did that anyway. I may as well read it.
But yeah, no, I've started on the second one. I'm about 10% of the way
actually-
through the second one.
I'm just about finished rereading the second one.
Exciting stuff. I couldn't believe the end of the first one. I went, what?
The
Crazy.
they get people argue between the second and third one being the best out of the 5 series,
Hmm.
like most
Okay.
commonly.
Okay.
Because the second one is like where all of the
Cosmere
like,
stuff kind of happens.
Cosmere stuff kind of happens, like because of the mention of the Ghost Bloods at the end of the first one,
Yes.
become like a big thing in the second one. Like characters are introduced in the second one that you're like, that's one of the people from fucking that place.
well, that's
Shit
like
that.
Hoyd.
Yeah.
The wit.
That's
I
good,
was
isn't
like,
it?
what? I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's his like valet
you-
from the fucking.
You finished Wax and Wayne, I assume.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like his valet, and then he's at the end with Hoyd. I was like,
Okay.
welcome
Fix
to
it.
this is the new stream. This is the new stream. It's us discussing books.
Mimic Loaf
Yeah.
book talk.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Um,
talked about buying the Cosmere TTRPG, just so.
So Ali
movie's
kind of
good.
like
Anyway,
walks
right.
up and he's like, "Hey, how you do?"
I thought you were dead. What?
I almost died, kinda. I mean, ship went into big spider thing. It was crazy.
Yeah, I know I was there. It was hell. How did you survive this? Where is everyone else?
I don't know where anybody else is. We kind of got a little bit separated. I've been looking for them, but I don't know. I don't know where they went.
Looking very hard, I see. But it is great.
Hey, I
but
got to clean these muscles, and he just kind of like pumps them a little bit.
Okay, very nice. Clap, clap. You broke the spell on me before I left. Don't forget. What, are you like staying here? Are you just?
You can see I'm in how you say line for a public bath.
How do you say cucumber?
Cucumber.
Goomba.
Cucumber.
Well, how close are we to the register counter lady?
Well, you can see he is currently in like a long line that is waiting for entrance to the public area of the baths. You guys are being led to a private room currently, and she just kind of stopped as everybody stopped.
We're
Okay.
balling.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna give her more money. I was just gonna turn and hand her some gold and be like, "He's also with us."
Oh, well, he can join you in the private room if you'd like. And he goes, "Hey!"
Hey,
And he
you
kind
have
of
to
like,
behave.
he
It has been hell.
jumps the
Hey,
line.
you have to behave.
And he begins following you guys. I believe it's up to, I think it was Azov. He's like, "Hey, big muscly man," and he like pokes at your pecs a little bit.
I'll like cradle him like in a headlock and just say, "I'm glad you're not dead." And I'll shove him forward.
He joins you guys in the bath. Anybody else doing anything while these guys are getting set up in the bath?
Well, I went to the what's it called? The Artisans Guild.
Yeah, cool. So we'll go to the Artisans Guild, and then we'll come back to... well, essentially, you guys get led into, like, a very lavish room. It is quite large. It's very ornate. There is, like, a large central square bath, and then there are a few, like, separate rectangular, like, depressed into the ground private bath kind of things, but essentially you have the whole room to yourself. There is a matron of the room that introduces herself and tells you that if you need companionship, all you need to do is ask and she will arrange it. You just tell her what type of companionship you'd like. And then she also tells you that to get comfortable, the therapeutic soak suds will bring out any kind of exhaustion you have out of your body. And the massages are on their way. They're just finishing up with their last clients, and then they're coming to you guys. Cool. So you go to the gem shop. You kind of like walk in, and it like dings a little bit as you kind of like step inside. Where is my mouse? There it is. You notice that the gem cutters and stoneworkers in here seem to be struggling to maintain normal trade. There are many artisans now crafting memorial pieces or repairing salvaged items brought from Shalagoth's ruins. The rare stones are scarce, and some whisper that emergency funds are being diverted to finance reclamation efforts.
I just want to see if they have an astral shard or anything magic.
You kind of go around and see what they've got. They've currently got a varied amount of different cut gemstones. They do custom engraving on works. They'll refine any kind of weapon's grip. They also have a bunch of different tool sets. They also have a red mesa bloodstone, which is like a very rare gem that seems to be only found in the large mesas on Terra Machina, and a crystal shard that was reclaimed from Shalagoth.
Have a look at the crystal shard.
It is small and violet in color.
Do I feel anything from it?
It is somewhat damaged. It's got a large crack through it.
Does it look suspiciously familiar?
Does it look astral? Like a shard of the astral?
It looks like one of the ones that Azoth have been collecting.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get it. I'll take it.
Good. 450 gold pieces. Not that it really matters.
Oh, that means nothing.
Yeah.
See, this is what I came here to do. This is what I came to roleplay, not having any financial worries. Yeah, this is the true
I like how
roleplay.
that's arguably the most far-fetched thing we do here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they easily hand it over. Yeah. Cool.
Sweet.
Charpok?
Can I veto something real quick from the shop?
Yeah.
As I walked away and I realized I left it ajar, I'm like, nah, I probably shouldn't do that. I want to go back, and then I want to see if I can use my tiny spiders to patch up the hole or the damage that I did.
Yeah, so you can...
a makeshift mending.
You kind of can, and then you realize that you could... You definitely think you could do that, but then you realize you could just leave the chair under the door and then just lock the front door before closing it, and then it'd be about the same effort.
I feel bad though. I want to see if I can fix the door.
You
real
can't
quick
fix
with
it
my
to the
spiders.
point
I'm
that
testing.
yeah, you couldn't. You're like letting your spiders out. They're not mechanically trained spiders, so they don't know how to fix things. And
They're
being
not what? You're telling me these spiders aren't mechanics?
Cool bullshit.
and being that you kind of busted it open, it would require either a mending spell to repair to repair the plate where the door latches, or somebody
mechanic
to
spiders.
come, or mechanic spiders to
spiders.
come and fix the door.
Either way,
I just-
someone's coming.
I just shake my head as the 3 spiders come back out of the lock and like,
That you see them,
Felipe, Frederick.
they seemingly are hanging their
You're waiting for the
heads.
last name. Absolutely
John
disastrous.
walked past and noticed Charpok doing something. Amulet in my hand, I'm just going to shrug and go up and just try to mending spell and see if anything just happens.
It casts mending.
Damn.
I just kind of I look at the lock, look at the amulet, and shrug, and then just keep going and whatever.
Were you on the inside when you were trying this, Charpok, or the outside?
I was on the outside,
Yeah,
so he just
okay.
walked up behind me. He was like, "Yeah, I'm John. I used to be a god, and I can fix doorknobs."
I'm a mechanic.
Yeah.
I have mechanical spiders.
And then I want to go to the closest outposts. I'm
Yep.
assuming there's some guards there.
Yep, there definitely is.
Cool. I just want to go up to them and say, "What's the go with the palace and everything, and that whole place being, or the castle being locked up, and no one being able to enter anything? Have you guys not had issues with the outer worlds or any issues going on?"
Not really. No. It's sealed off by the family that owns Masonville. They don't really like some of the refugees, which is understandable. That some of them kind of smell a little bit, you know. That's why the line at the bathhouse is so long at the moment. There's so many people that need some R&R, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, rice and rice. I understand.
Yeah, rice and
can you-
rice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You might be the best person to ask. Who do you think I could talk to about the factories out in the wilds and what happened before they were destroyed and everything? Know anyone who's knowledgeable about history?
I mean, I don't know anybody knowledgeable in history, but if you want to talk to a factory person, I heard there's somebody maybe at the Gilded Flagon, one of the taverns on the inside of town that his employer owns some of the factories. I think actually most of the factories here.
That's very interesting. I might go check that out. You wouldn't know his name by chance? Or her name, or their name?
I think he was.
Don't assume.
I think he was calling himself Dinda. Dida.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, is it Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
shifty prick.
Oh my god, Dunder,
Can't
my
s-
beloved.
Can't say I've ever heard of that fucker. Okay, thank you very much. I leave 5 gold
No
pieces and I
worries.
keep going to. I go to
he
the
just
flagon.
goes. You see him like as you hand it to him. He kind of like looks left and right and sees a family more in need of the 5 gold pieces, and like kneels down and hands them the
Bless
5
him.
gold pieces.
What a good man.
Yeah. They seem
I'm
gonna
super
let him outdo
appreciative
me.
about it.
I dead eye the guard as he hands it to the family. I walk back up to the family. I hand them 10 more gold, and I keep on eyeing off the guard. And I walk away.
He smiles, and you see this
Out
like
charity me.
No, you see this like warm feeling. Like he wasn't taking it as competition. He was like, "This guy's really nice. Like this guy's the best."
You're like, I'm better than
And you're like staring him daggers, and he's just like, "Oh, thank you so much." Like,
Perfect. All right, I'll go to the flagon, and if I pass anyone of the party, I'll just, without going up to them, I'll just telepathic to them and say, "I'm going to the flagon."
cool.
Did I bathhouse everyone?
Yeah, you did bathhouse.
We
everyone.
What was I? Yeah, it was bathhousing everyone. Okay, great.
this is out of the game. I was literally the other day was thinking about Dunder.
Get your
I
head
was
in the
thinking-
game.
I think I was driving home from Chloe's, and I was like, I wonder what happened to Dunder. And he's alive.
I'm pretty sure he came
He's
up like a
doing what
couple
he's doing.
sessions back.
I love Dunder. I'm so
We were
excited.
talking about Dundar,
Amazing.
and Nathan's like, he might come back.
Made my day, honestly. I'm so glad Dunder's back.
Who do we want to go to? The bathhouse? John, you've got something?
Just because there's a lot of like refugees and stuff kind of kicking around here now, isn't there? From
Yes,
Shalagoth
correct.
falling apart.
Yep.
Because I wasn't here for a while, can I say that John has been going around spending all of my gold, just giving it
Yeah,
to refugees?
Yeah,
We're
100%.
mega
giving them
rich.
food.
100%.
Yeah,
He's been-
we're
Mega
fucking
rich.
mega rich.
How
been-
are we mega rich? I've still only got 170 gold.
No,
No,
We're not
the-
even looking
from
at it.
the
Yeah,
horde
we're not
that we
even
found.
tracking it at the moment. Because the
Okay,
vault
no
was
worries.
full of gold to the point where your party is now mega rich.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah,
We're
I'm just gonna go around.
functionally rich. We're functionally have infinite money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like start throwing hundreds of gold at people, but I'm going to give them what I think is enough gold each.
Yeah, like
to each
Gonna
person.
five
fix
gold
it.
pieces. Like,
I'm gonna start giving money out, going to shops, donating to shops, try and boost the economy to anyone that's lower, looking like they're struggling or trying to
Yeah,
restock
cool.
something, and just
100%.
like
Yeah, they
come back
definitely
in
take it
a
and are
year.
super appreciative of it.
We come back in a year and the economy's fucked because we just
Yep.
I've
money.
inflated the shit out of it.
Yeah, you just inflated.
At least I didn't
One
do what
gold is
Australia
worth.
did
Yeah,
and give it all to the rich people and none of it to the
Yeah.
little people. And then
You've
the rich
essentially,
people just
like, you
put it
go
all
back and-
overseas.
in Mesaville, one gold piece is worth like it's
Nothing.
functionally worth like half a copper piece.
Yeah.
Like Zimbabwe.
They have
fixed
effectively brought in Electrum to stabilize the market.
Yeah. We
So,
fucked the Electrum.
those that are at the
Fuck is this?
bathhouse, you guys begin to receive massages. Tables are like laid out for you guys to lie on. It's therapeutic. It feels good on your bodies. Sol, it's a little bit of a weird experience for you, being that it's the first time you've kind of being touched by and
Uncomfortable.
feeling it. Yeah. To the point where sometimes you'll flinch thinking that you're in pain and like go to cast a healing spell, but then like the masseuse kind of calms you down. You're being massaged by a variety of different things, different races. There's like tabaxis,
Whoa.
there's
Wow.
fire
Things.
genassis,
Different
there's
things.
earth genassis, there's a what do you call it? A Goliath that is tending to Azoth, being that he is the meatiest one of the lot of you.
The glass is like
Tenderizing your
it's like-
meat.
he's got Azoth hung up upside down by his feet. He's going.
I, the tiger, playing in the background. But you guys essentially, for anybody that has any levels of exhaustion, you can completely clear that. And you can also add an extra 10 points of temporary hit points. That will stay with you over the course of however long until it's
Damn.
lost.
I wanted that. God damn it.
You head to the Gilded Tavern, Gilded Flagon, sorry. You kind of like step inside to find what used to be red velvet remains, though dulled by dust and constant use. The inn is packed beyond capacity, with hallways converted into sleeping quarters. Travelers share space with refugees and mercenaries prepping to reclaim Shalagoth from the little inklings that you hear. Conversation are hushed but intense. You do hear a familiar voice, very rowdy at the bar, kind of like swinging a thing. What do you call them?
Flagon.
A flagon, yeah. Swinging it back and forth, singing in Dwarvish. It is none other than Dundar.
Thunder, my beloved.
Fuck's sake.
I remember when
You
we
should have
like
given him a pet dog named Lightning, so it can be Lightning and a Dunda.
Thunder.
Oh my god.
I think you made that joke
Remember
back in like
Oh my
we
god, I
did.
feel like we
3 years ago.
Um,
Fuck, 3
I
years
remember
ago.
like absolutely terrorizing him before we left. Like,
Yeah,
I
Oh, yeah.
was
we
in
did.
his head saying a bunch of things to him.
I
He
don't
was,
think
like,
he
So-
cared, to be honest.
Mega.
He was
No, I
very,
think he
like-
was mega drunk.
Yeah.
So I would
Oh.
like to find a spot in the flagon that I can chameleon carapace and basically disappear from any sight, especially him.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to start speaking in his head. Say, Danda, Danda.
What was that? You're gonna
I've
have to
come back
speak
to-
up. He seemed talking to the guy next to him. You're gonna have to speak up, laddie, if you wanna talk to me.
I've come to collect what's owed.
Claire, what are you talking about? This is the first time I've seen you.
Okay,
You
fuck
see,
this. I
like,
walk
eyes
straight up
go
to him.
wide. he like
Walk straight
spins
up
on
to
his,
him and just
on his
tap him.
seat. Right, Bugman.
Don't call me that. Oh, you're absolutely pissed, aren't you?
Right, well, I've been drinking on the
you're
house for like.
All right. I turn around and speak up to the rest of the tavern and say, does anyone care if I take this drunk out of here?
You see everyone like kind of give you that like no, and he kind of goes. He spins on his chair again. He goes, no, and puts his flagon
You know
on the
what?
table.
You know what? You're right. Another round for all. And I just pass the pouch to the barkeep. He's like, shit, everyone, for everyone. And then I just
You hear
drag
like this
Dunder out. And
massive
I'm taking.
cheer, and you like grab him, and he's like, what is that? And he's just like flailing.
Yeah,
a little
shut
bit.
up. Yep. You're going to the bathhouse with me. Come on.
Yeah, man.
You like
You're
effectively
sobering the
drag
fuck
him,
up.
and he like essentially falls asleep as you drag him through the dust and the gravel.
I'm half tempted to put him in my chest hole.
Him so much.
You know what? I'm gonna put him in my chest hole and then pop him
He
out
won't fit,
when I get to the
unfortunately,
thing.
in your chest hole.
Oh. Fine. Alright, well, I drag him to the bathhouse.
Cool. You all reconvene at the bathhouse where the private room is like being used.
Yep.
I'll say that you guys kind of commune, and like somebody comes out to retrieve you, saying that you guys were permitting them to come into the private room. The massages are done. You guys are just kind of relaxing in one of the larger areas of Bath. Dunder is like, every once in a while you're having to
I
like
throw
lift
him
his
onto
head.
the floor in the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
You
he's
have
in
to,
the
like,
bath,
yeah,
every once in a while you have to lift his head out of the water because he starts making bubbles.
Well, I found this fucking drunk. And guess what? He seems to own all the factories on this fucking planet. The ones that Sol was from.
Oh,
Does
okay.
he like own
Is
them,
that
or
in the
does he
same
just
room
tell
as
people
us?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
Does he own them, or is he just pretending that he owns them because he's
I just heard from a guard that there was a guy called Dindar. Unless there's another person called Dindar out there, but I assumed it was this fuckwit. And he apparently owns them, so we need to sober him up and question the fucker.
Sol?
A side note.
Oh yeah.
Who
Harley?
did he work for?
Haku?
Haku.
Okay.
As soon as there's mention of the factories and him owning them, I'll cast Greater Restoration to snap him out of the.
You
the
see his
drunk.
eyes go a little bit wide, and he kind of takes a second to right his balance, but he goes, "Right, pleasure seeing you guys again." And he kind of gives you all a nod. What happened to
We
my
cannot
buzz?
see.
Why'd you have to get rid of my buzz?
I flick his ear and was like, shut up, we're questioning you now.
Right, well, should I tie my hands behind my back, sit on a stool? What's the
No,
plan?
we can. No, we can take you out if you run away. That's fine. So, ask him.
Who are you?
I have no questions.
I thought, and he
Doesn't
kind of
matter.
like leans into Ali and kind of goes, "I thought Saul was one of the Tin Man." And then and then Ali's like, "Oh,
Not anymore.
all right, you do the little cosmetic surgery."
Bit more in depth than that.
Well, whatever you call it. Zil?
Why do you own the factories? No?
Well, I don't own the factories. My benefactor owns the factories. You know Haku. Hey, hell, the
Since
first time I
Haku,
met you guys, I was on this planet, and I was buying a factory for him.
Fascinating. Okay.
I was sent by Haku himself, remember?
Why?
So,
Zil, what's up?
Zil?
Oh, I just wanted to say, this is a bit of a side note. I wanted to show Azoth the crystal that I
Yep.
found.
Where'd you find that?
They had it at the Artisans Guilds. They said they reclaimed it from Shalagoth.
Okay. Thank you. I know we've got like fuck you money now, but thank you for the effort. And I'll put it on the ground. It does like smash with my hammer.
And it smashes into a million pieces.
I do appreciate it. I know that doesn't look like I appreciate it, but
You go, I like this, bang! That's what I think of your pig.
thank you. I really I'm gonna go like cannonball into the bath after that, I think.
I want to ask Dunder, I want to say to him, what does Haku want with the factories? Why is he having you buy them?
Well, I don't rightly know. It's been a while since I've bought one. He's kind of owned them all for a while. He kind of came to me one day and was like, Donda, it came to me in the dream. You'll need to buy the factories. And I was like, right, well, send me there, give me a plethora of drinking money, and I'm right there for ya.
Okay.
You know, you're playing
Okay.
D&D when someone mentions, I had this dream, and everyone goes,
Did
A
you
dream, you say?
Had a dream.
that's how.
Okay, so that's the vibe that I get is that's Helios's influence on him, having him buy the. Okay, I think that we should go out and either investigate the scorched earth or investigate the where Soul gained sentience.
No.
Yeah, aye.
So you have them all now. They're under your, well,
Well, not under
purchased
mine.
them. They're yours.
I facilitated the purchasing of them, yes.
and did you find anything odd with the places? Did you scope
No,
them
I
out?
mean, most of them are, like, either ridden with rats or, like, just shut down.
Him saying
Rats.
rats just gave me flashbacks
Oh
because that's
my
what he was saying
God.
in like the first session.
No rats.
No,
No
rats!
rats! Oh my god, this is so funny being back here. It's like a blast from the past. It's so funny.
All right,
believe
Dunder.
this was-
Well,
Fucking 3 years ago.
who did you purchase them off?
I mean, they were all kind of owned by each city is like, not noble folk, but like the lord of that area. So they were all each individually owned. Some of them I
Interesting.
just had to rock up and put a flag in the front and be like, I own this now. And they were like, okay.
Who was
Oh,
like,
dear.
okay?
Well, I
Who
mean,
said
there was
that?
like a factory at a very, very small village that I found. And they were just like, okay, you can take it. We don't want it.
Alright.
All right. Well, we should probably investigate those because we have some matters to discuss. But
Right, well, I'll be right
Dunder.
here waiting for you.
Do you have
Yep.
plenty of drinking money, Dunder, still?
Well,
Or
I
have you
mean,
used it all?
I've kind of, I'm a little bit skint at the moment, but if you've got money to donate to the cause, I mean, I'm more than happy to facilitate anything for
If you need a drink, there's always the bath water.
Yeah, I've done it before.
You could be selling that.
That's not surprising. Have fun, Dunder.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you guys have fun.
We
He
will.
kind of
And
like
we'll bring back
ushers you
rats.
out, and you see him like relax. And he goes, as you guys leave, and they bring
He
him
wants 10 rats.
they bring him a
10
flagon
rats!
of, and you just hear this, no rats.
Was that because you were like you were doing it in his
No.
head? You were...
We were going to bring the rat heads back because we thought that he wanted the rat heads. And there was like a very,
he
very
sets to clean the building.
slight. Yeah, we're cleansing the building, and there was a very slight communication at the beginning where he was like, just count the heads of rats you kill or some shit like that. And we were like, so you want the rat heads or some
Oh,
shit?
that's right. Yeah, I remember now. That's so funny. Oh my god. No rats.
No rats.
All right. So I suppose we'll head. Should we head to the factory or should we head to where Soul gains sentience?
That was the burned patch of planet or the pillar were the
Yeah.
two.
We should probably bring things that could obviously help us investigate the area. Has anyone picked up any like scrolls that could help with that? We got detect magic, but like identifying or anything like that.
We can call past the compendium again and grab any spell scrolls they have. See what they've got.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
the spell
We'll
scrolls
quickly do
they
that.
had at the compendium, as soon as I can find my mouse, were shield, absorb elements, comprehend languages, detect magic, silence, and counterspell.
I'll
Yeah,
pick
spell.
up the
Damn.
one. I'll pick up the one for detect magic. I'll,
Okay.
I'll purchase that one.
Cool. As
I'm
off.
gonna pick up the counter spell.
Smart.
Come
You
with
can
my
add it to your
giga.
inventory.
Yep.
Yeah. Sol? No, sorry, Azoth, not Sol. I don't know why I said Sol.
The other Soul.
The other
Um,
Sol.
I had to check in with Soul after our bartending experience and just kind of like put my hand on his shoulder. How was that for you? You looked very uncomfortable.
It was incredibly uncomfortable.
Okay, not
Relaxing, but uncomfortable.
okay.
I'm
Not
not sure it
the-
is for me.
Not the intended effect. For whatever it's worth, all relaxation went out the window when that guy walked in.
Yeah, yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree.
Where we're going is going to be quite intense for you. You've been through a lot recently. Are you okay?
No, I am not looking forward to it, but it seems to be a necessity for whatever we're trying to figure out.
For whatever it's worth, you mean a whole lot to this party. But if there's ever a point where you want to lose your polite self and just break some shit, you let me know. I'll be there with you.
I definitely may take you up on that. I have a vendetta with a pillar of stone.
You'll fuck up a pillow of stone, dude. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Azoth.
An overly too strong tap on the shoulder, as usual.
Thought at one point you were gonna say if you need to let out any anger, chat box around. And I'm like, fuck.
You're right. Can I
Roast
veto
is-
what I say?
Okay, alrighty. So where are we heading? Your choices are Sector 2, which is the burnt out area, or trying to find the pillar.
I think we head to the burnt out sector 2, was it?
Sector
I think
2.
we kind of know what we're in for there.
Cool. Easy. We will head to Sector 2. So you guys kind of reclaim your ship and begin heading in that direction. As you approach Sector 2, the planet seemingly splits in two. On one side, a vast jungle sprawls outward in every direction, dense, breathing, alive. Towering trees knit together into an unbroken canopy, their leaves shimmering with stubborn vitality. At its edge, the green simply ends. Beyond it stretches a burnt plain, blackened and endless, as if the land itself was seared to the bone. The soil is cracked and glassy, choked with ash that never quite settled. nothing seems to grow here. Nothing tries to grow here. Whatever fire passed through this place long ago did not merely burn, it erased. And the world has never forgiven it. And this is what you guys see. Oh, no. That's not it. That one. No, that is it. What's happening?
Damn.
Sorry, I'm just fixing the map. Is it that one? Oh no, that's fine. We'll just run with this. So this is essentially what you see on the other side of the fire covered area.
Well, there's like a factory there, isn't there? There was a factory.
I think there was a town.
Well, on the map that we got, there was the factory.
Yeah, so there was a factory there long ago.
A tree.
All right.
There are stuff growing. See?
Is there anything like? There's nothing like. There's nothing left here, is there? It's
There is
just,
nothing left
like,
here.
everything.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like gliding over the area, heading out from the jungle. You are at quite an altitude, obviously, to keep yourself safe. As you kind of glide over the destroyed earth, you do see a small caravan crawling across the plain. A handful of wagons move in a slow, deliberate line, their wheels carving pale tracks through ash and dust. You see large pack beasts strain at their harnesses, heads low, as if the land itself weighs on them. They're heading away from the jungle in the same direction you guys are, away from safety and into the endless burn.
I guess we follow them, right?
Well, I was gonna see if Soul's feeling anything. Like, are you feeling a particular way?
I'm not
when
looking.
you-
I'm like sitting fetal position on the deck, knowing exactly the area that we're going through. I'm not
I suppose
partaking
we'll fly,
in the view.
I suppose we'll fly down and talk to this caravan.
Cool. As the wagons inch over the lifeless, blackened ground, you guys begin to have a closer look at the caravan. There is 3 wagons, each seemingly piloted or moved along with by the beasts themselves. You do see a number of creatures out in the distance keeping their watch. They are lean and angular. They don't seem to, as you guys kind of become to get lower, they see the large visage of this ship and they seem to back off. But they were dog in nature. As you guys kind of come down to the ground, this is what you guys kind of see. You do see multiple people. The front caravan,
The front
the front wagon is being helmed by what looks to be a human, but seemingly has this very shiny arm. Sitting next to him is a young child that is also human. The second caravan is being piloted by a male dwarf who looks to be a teenager.
Okay.
And then the third one is being piloted by a male halfling.
I suppose I'll ask them where they're headed.
Hey,
Hey,
So you guys
Yeah.
want to so you're currently floating above them and they see you kind of approach coming out of the cloud line. Do you guys want to pull up in front? Like, what are you doing? They're just moseying on down this road. They're not in any particular speed. They're just at like traveling pace.
Well, I mean, I won't block them. Like, I don't want to threaten them, but like, we'll kind of pull up beside them and flag them down, saying that we want to talk to them.
They just kind of go, "What? What? I can't hear you. I'll stop." And then you see them kind of like pull off to one side, and all the caravan stops, giving you time to kind of like land the ship, and then you guys can pile out if you'd like.
Yeah.
So at the front caravan, you see a calm, sharp-eyed human. His right arm is a functional brass and steel prosthetic with exposed pistons and etched runes. Clearly very well maintained. Sitting next to him is seemingly his child, a younger female around about the age of 9. She's wearing very plain clothes. He's wearing very plain clothes. Then the dwarf, yep, looks somewhat like a teenager. He's a little bit like mudded up, so to speak, a little bit of the ash on him, as if he may have taken a tumble at some point. And then the halfling is wearing scout attire and has like a number of books kind of strapped at various spots around his chest. You kind of like, yeah, if you'd like to get off the ship, you can get off the ship and approach them. They seem somewhat hesitant at first, but seeing that you guys kind of are meaning them no harm, they're not they're not doing anything.
Okay.
You see, yeah,
Suppose.
that male gentleman at the start kind of like approaches you guys and like motions for the rest of them to just kind of keep their distance. And he kind of goes, "What do you want?"
Sorry, we were just flying above and noticed you traveling through here, which is a bit, strange. You don't really see people moving through this part of Terra Markina. Just was wondering where you were headed to.
We're on a pilgrimage, so to speak.
Oh, a pilgrimage. Oh, could I ask where exactly this pilgrimage leads?
Well, where you see, he kind of like is at a little bit of a loss of words, and then you see that 9-year-old kind of wrap herself around his leg, running up, and then just kind of goes, "We're going to pay our respects to the Wanderer."
The Wanderer. Okay.
Now what?
It's familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Does sound familiar.
So for anybody
Okay.
playing at home,
Can
that
I,
is what Soul was referred to as
Oh.
when that happened.
Right. So where do you exactly do you go to pay your respects? Is there a site of worship?
Well, this is kind of the first time we're heading out. We're going to the center of the fire that claimed this land.
Right. Soul?
While this conversation is going on, I'm going to stay far enough away that I can just hear the conversation, but I also would like to crouch down and sort of inspect the dirt and try and burn a small section of it to see if anything happens.
It lifeless. Completely lifeless. It almost turns to ash in your hands.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
This here caravan, we're on a pilgrimage. You're more than welcome to keep us company if you'd like.
Did I ask? But why is this the first time you're doing it? Like, what prompted you?
Well, I can't really say. I just kind of looked to the sky one day and it hit me.
Did you by chance look at the sun and something just welled up inside you?
I don't quite know, but I feel I know the sun is responsible for giving me my arm back. So I have to pay my respects to what it wants.
That's very
And he gestures towards
Interesting.
that copper and bronze plated arm.
Sol very abruptly cuts in from a distance. What do you mean?
Well, see, I lost my arm quite a while ago. It wasn't a monster or anything. I'm a logger by trade. It was just a tree, a bad angle, and a moment of carelessness. I kind of built the arm myself. Tried to work out as much as I could, but it barely worked. I got in a bit of a depressive state, and you see the child kind of hug his leg a little bit, and he pats her with his human arm, and he says, "I was kind of in the workshop one morning, curtains open, sun was low, and a light, just like struck the arm, just on the right angle, and after that, like it was faster, smoother." It was like it was my arm again, you know?
Fascinating.
I do know.
Fascinating.
A
Are there
female,
others?
a female then joins you and goes, when he was in this state, he didn't smile for months. Like, he wouldn't touch tools. He was completely out of it. When he told me about the beam of light, I thought he imagined it, but the metal, it glowed. It wasn't hot. It was just awake, you know? I don't pretend to understand, but like you can't ignore a sign like that. I'm Mara Vexley. This is my husband, Oren Vexley, and he kind of tips his hat. And our daughter, Brannick. No, sorry, not Brannick. Tess Vexley. And she goes, "Well, howdy," and like puts a hand out to shake somebody's hand.
4.
I was gonna say I shake a hand. I'm going, okay.
Yeah, you're the closest to them, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Are there others that have had similar instances, such as your arm?
He kind of goes, "Well, I was the only one, and I convinced a few friends to kind of give me a little help to get here. You know, like I needed to get here. We're bringing some offerings to the Wanderer."
Where to? You said you're going to pay respects.
Yeah, down that way, and he kind of points in the direction. Sol, you kind of fill yourself with this dread. You know the direction to be the epicenter of the Inferno.
Yeah. Cold sweats.
Yeah.
I guess
cold
that's where
sweats.
we're gonna have to head then.
You're more than welcome to join us on this pilgrimage if you'd like.
Well,
I only
was going to
ask that if
say-
you do join us, that you pay your respects like the rest of us to the Wanderer.
Well, I was going to say, would you perhaps like to come aboard our ship?
Well, we kind of got all of our supplies and stuff in these wagons, unless you've got room for these wagons too.
Would we? No.
We have room for some of the stuff in the wagons, but not the wagons.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We could just accompany them. Like it.
Yeah, we can.
this dangerous
Play
area.
lookout.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
well,
yeah.
we'll head on out, and you guys keep a watchful eye from above.
Will do.
Before we go, I'll just kneel down to the little 9-year-old, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as weird as this looks, but it's done with the kindest gesture possible, I take out a scruffy toy dog from my inner chest, which I've had in my inventory since like session 10 or something. Just brush off some of the spiders. Right, here you go.
And she like takes it from you, and Oren kind of speaks up, clearing his throat, and goes, "Tess, what do you say to the nice stranger?" And she goes, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah, it's all right. You guys want gold? No, I shouldn't keep doing that. All right, I'll jump on the
You
ship.
guys want gold?
I like gold.
I love gold.
Cool. So, yep, John.
Can you
Wait.
confirm something for me?
Yep.
I have in my inventory, this is a very John thing, a badge of the Great Fire Shrine, and I'm pretty sure I picked that up when we were here last time.
Yep, at Quentin's Tower,
Does
I
some-
believe.
Yes, cool. I'm going to get that out of my inventory from 80 sessions ago, and I'm going to give it to the man and go, perhaps this would be something you could give to your offering.
Well, like I said, we already got our offer. You're more than welcome to bring it with you. To be honest, it kind of looks a little bit tacky, but you know, we're not able to give much anyway, so it kind of fits in with the stuff that we're offering to the Wanderer. I'd
Well,
very much appreciate it.
I thought I would offer it. I put it back in the inventory.
You guys kind of get back onto your ship and start heading in that direction. As your ship slowly drifts above the surface, the land below opens into a wound. This is the heart of it. The scorched earth here is different. Not merely burned, but ended. The ground is fused into black glass, cracked in vast radial fractures that stretch outward like the aftermath of an impossible impact. At the center lies a hollow miles wide where the fire burned its hottest, and where nothing has returned since. Twisted remnants of the past litter the basin, melted tools, warped metal frames that might have once been homes, machines, or something in between. Everything is frozen in the moment it failed. Bent, collapsed, reaching toward nothing. There is no smoke, no flame, only silence.
God damn. Drew, you're looking very intrigued.
It's trying to look smart. Is it working?
Sol,
Yeah.
as you guys
Holy
kind of
shit.
unload and kind of follow the wagon, being that you see them stop, you kind of pull up next to it and you guys get off. Sol, as you kind of step onto the glassed earth beneath your feet, it softens. The smell of ash fades into damp soil and green life. You are walking. You see this visage in front of you. The jungle is thick, warm, and alive with birdsong. Sunlight filters through broad leaves, painting the path in gold. Your hands are unscared. Your heart is steady. You remember feeling called, not by voice, but by warmth. Something pulsing in your chest like a second heartbeat. The path bends, smoke rises in the distance. Not black, not violent, but thin and white. Hearth smoke. And you realize you're not alone out here. There is a village ahead, and your vision fades back into the precipice of what you see.
My IRL hands are sweaty, dude. I hate this.
You guys watch as the caravan begins to slow to a stop. One by one, the wagons are unhitched. The families kind of dismount without speaking. Children cling to their parents. Even the beasts refuse to step further than the rim of this large epicenter. You watch them slowly make their way down the long trek towards the center, carrying with them tools, scraps of crafted metal, personal keepsakes. And you watch them begin trekking towards this center area. It only takes them maybe about 5 minutes as you watch before they begin placing them, not in hope of reward, but in acknowledgement, almost as if apologizing to the land itself. You guys watch as the light shifts overhead. A pale sunbeam slips through the ash-laden sky and falls into the center of the hollow, illuminating the scars in the glassed earth. Whatever force was unleashed here did not mean to destroy, but the world paid the price anyway. So there you guys are, standing on the rim of this large, sunken area. You're more than welcome to follow them in.
Do we...
Way to kill the tone, bro.
Yeah. Do we go down into the... do we go down into the epicenter and kind of...
What's his face asked us to give an offering, so I would imagine that's the deal.
Okay. Well, we'll go down.
Saul is currently having a panic attack, by the way. He's not doing okay.
Yeah. So you
Like,
guys
I don't know
kind
if you've seen this footage from World War One of an officer being shown a military hat, and he like freaks the fuck out. That's Saul currently.
Yeah.
So as you guys see them trekking back towards you after leaving their offerings, they kind of stop you on your way in. They kind of say their goodbyes. You get this feeling of guilt that hangs heavy in the air. Especially for Soul themselves. That single light beam still shines through a cloud of smoke and ash into the center of the offerings. Yes, Soul?
I feel like we should go down.
I want to try and muster as much courage as I can and stop the man before he disappears. And I want to ask him...
Turns and, addresses you.
I want to just be like, why? Why are you paying respects to the one that destroyed this land? I don't understand.
To be honest, I kind of don't know. I just had this feeling, you know? I just had this feeling that I had to be here to say sorry. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the feeling, but I just knew in my heart that I had to come and say sorry and thank him or thank somebody for my arm. It's given me my life back, and I'm very thankful for it.
I'll, unprompted and unexpected, I'll hug him, and as a couple of tears leave my eyes, I'll whisper beside his head, "I'm sorry."
You don't have to be sorry. It was my own carelessness that made me lose my arm. I'm just glad somebody gave it back to me. And he kind of hugs you a little bit more. And he as you kind of leave the hug, he kind of like looks at you kind of weirdly and just goes, "Right, well, we better be on our way. We got a long trek back. You be careful, yeah?"
Yeah, you too.
Through like as the crunching of the ground beneath him, you do hear Tess go, "Bye bye, mister," like through the wind. Yes, Charpok?
as they walk away, I'm not going to stop them or anything. I just want to look at the guy with the bronze arm. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah,
Um,
Oren.
Just very careful, Oren, just to see if there's any particular threads floating off him that may attach to Soul.
You see a single thread now attached to him and to Soul.
Okay. And it's not a different shade of color or anything, it's just a thread.
No, it's just a thread.
Okay. Interesting that it's connecting to him, though. Cool.
Cool. So you guys head to the epicenter.
Yeah.
We're
Soul,
jumping down.
As you continue forward, your vision flashes away from you again. The trees part. A small jungle village rests in a natural clearing. Wooden homes raised slightly above the earth, woven roofs, bright fabrics, drying in the sun. The air smells of cooked fruit and river water. Children run barefoot through the open space, laughing as they chase one another around a carved stone well. Someone calls out good-naturedly for them to slow down. Adults carry baskets of harvested roots. A pair argue lightly over the repair of a fence. A woman hums while grinding herbs. It's peaceful, unremarkable, whole. You remember standing at the edge of the clearing, unsure whether to step forward. You remember feeling the fire inside you flicker, and your vision comes back to you once again.
Oh God, Sol, you poor thing.
Yeah, he's pretty much just sobbing at this point.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So sad.
he's broken.
Oh, dude.
I'll tentatively walk forward,
Cool.
like feeling like I have to.
Cool. You walk forward. You guys eventually arrive at the small stacking of gifts. That single light beam still breaking through the clouds above onto the pile itself.
I'm gonna reach into my cloak and pull out my faceplate from when I was a Warforged and just rest it on the top.
Cool. As you rest it on top, some of the haphazardly placed items clank and fall to the side, leaving in the center a brass skull.
We'll have a look at it, I guess.
Cool. You reach down and grasp it in your hand, taking a little bit of the soil beneath it, and your vision disappears from you once again.
Fuck.
The sounds around you, you hear like laughter, until eventually a sound cuts through the laughter. A sharp cry. Pain. Near the well, a small shape lies on the ground. A child, or perhaps a young animal. Something wounded, something bleeding. The adults rush forward, voices raised in fear. You move without thinking. You kneel, you reach out your hands. The warmth in your chest surges. Not anger, not hatred, just power. Too much of it. You remember wanting to help. You remember saying, "It's all right." The fire answers. It doesn't spread from your hands, it erupts from everywhere. The ground splits, the air ignites. Heat slams outward in a blinding wave. Laughter becomes screaming. Wood becomes ash. For a single terrible second, you see the village illuminated in white gold flame, frozen in shock before it is swallowed whole. And then there is only fire. In the reflection of the flames, you see yourself, and behind you, something vast, skeletal, crowned in fire, watching, and your vision comes back to you. As you pull the skull from the ground, you see a tiny little green sprig just go boop, out of the ash underneath it.
I think I would instinctively kind of drop the skull and stumble back a bit and like cover my ears and crouch down, just trying to like there's too much noise but there's no noise. I'm just trying to stop remembering all of these things that I've ejected from my mind a long time ago. But I don't think I would be sad. I'd be confused as to why there's a piece of greenery in the middle of this.
You guys see your party member in complete and utter shock, and on the floor, kneeling in front of this pile that seemingly collapsed around this single brass skull that is now slightly ajar from the center, and this tiny little green sprig with a single leaf on it sprouting from where it sat.
I want to nudge Azoth, mate. Go.
Yeah, Azoth would be like pretty much trying to.
Whoa, hold on.
If he
It's
fell
been a
back,
while
trying to
since
keep
we've
him
had
up.
4 on the fingers.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Damn.
acknowledge that. Sorry, continue. Yeah, you kind of head up to him.
He'd just be trying to hold him up. If he's fallen backwards, he'd just be keep all of his strength to keep Soul upright and trying to kind of keep him focused to look at the plant.
I'll be
you
kneeling
would-
down with him.
You would both hear me kind of not really saying it to anyone in particular, but just kind of whispering, like, "It's all my fault. Like, I killed them all. I did this. Why does death follow me?" Just like rambling, horrible recognitions, effectively.
Yeah, I think I would just be trying to comfort, trying to hold him through it and tell him to get it out.
Zil?
Is this beam of sunlight still shining down?
You notice it disappeared the second he grabbed the brass skull.
Okay. I suppose I'll. Azoth and Ali are already there. I feel like I'll kind of step back, give Sol his space, and he can kind of, let him do what he's got to do.
I don't fucking know. That's the problem.
John?
Just having a look over Sol's shoulder. The skull. Is there a resemblance between the skull and his wildfire spirit?
There is, yes. It's almost one in the same.
Sol,
Oh,
there's something
Yeah.
familiar about this skull, don't you think?
The rambling stops, and I'll kind of just take a second to stare at it. Still not wanting to touch it, but just kind of looking at it. And then, once the recognition hits, I'll summon my wildfire spirit next to it.
And we bash him.
Fuck you, guy! Yeah, just not really sure what to do with the connection, but it's obviously there. Like, I understand it has some connection.
Summoning your wildfire spirit. 2 spirits appear. One engulfed in flame. The other covered in vine and rock.
The fuck?
I mean, you've been molding Earth the whole entire campaign.
It's all the
Yeah.
all the earth come back to fight you. It's coming to fight you. All the
The
earth
one
that's been
gonna
displaced out of its
box me to
life.
death.
Nathan has been rolling d6s for every 5 foot of earth we've folded, and it's now the last boss. We're fucked.
They both stand there, waiting.
Can I try and dismiss just the flame one?
It poofs out of existence, leaving only ash.
Oh, fuck, bruh.
The vine one, still standing, waiting for a direction.
I guess with Ali, so this is a callback and a half. I think in the first 10 sessions, we had bonded originally over our lack of understanding of our own power. I'm just going to turn to her without any other ideas and go, I don't understand this at all.
Have you tried accepting the fire part of yourself?
I've always run from it. It always killed. It always destroyed.
Fire does more than that. Fire
Give us warmth.
gives us warmth. It rejuvenates. It revitalizes.
It cooks meat.
Fire is not just death, it is life too.
But I've erased an entire town for a single sprig of grass. That
You could-
doesn't seem just.
Rebuild an entire town.
Can I see what happens if I try and cast one of my normal fire spells from the plant guy?
What spell are you casting?
Oh, I'd just be like a cantrip. What have I got? Just like produce flame, just to see if it is a flame in his hand.
So he goes to cast it, and like reaching out of his hand, you see what seems to be a flame shape, but it is made of tangled vine, rock, and earth, and it kind of dances, like almost like it's dancing flame.
You may be right, Ali. Maybe I was running from it when I should have been trying to understand it. I'm gonna go and take. I'll pick up the skull, and I want to take a closer look at this single plant, just to examine it, try and figure out what the fuck's going on.
Do you dismiss the wildfire spirit?
No, I don't think I would, because I don't know if I'd be entirely sure I can bring it back.
Cool. So it just stands there idle. You go to look at the sprig, kind of like kneeling down, getting a little bit closer, and then another one pops from the earth right next to it.
I'm gonna. It seems really bad to just desecrate this mound of gifts, but I'm just gonna start like pushing them aside, away from the grass.
Pulling the ash from the floor, almost as if cleaning it from a rug. Underneath is very young grass and a few plant life. Green as anything.
I don't mean to kill the mood at them right now, but this scene reminds me of the scene in the Simpsons movie where he has the epiphany. He goes, in order to
Manners are
save
an
myself,
excellent sort
I
of
have to
attachment.
save Springfield. And then all the trees start clapping. That's what's happening. Everyone's like, Soul's like, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm a multifaceted person. And then all the trees grow out of the ground and start clapping.
DM question. Actually, no. This is a Soul question, I guess. Hey, Soul, if you're wild rock spirit, I guess, can make weird vines and stuff from that, what other fire spells do you have?
Many, as I'm sure you're aware. I should I try them?
I can-
Why not try something else and see if it turns into rock and vines?
Okay. I'll from its point. Do I still have that spell? I don't want to fuck everyone up.
Casts fireball centered
think
on
it-
himself.
I was thinking
Stay
like
there,
burning
Popeye.
hands instead of vine hands, and they just wrap
Nah,
people up and shit
fuck
like
it.
that.
Fuck it, we ball. Just on the other side of the load of grass, like probably 10 feet the other side of it. I'll get the spirit to move over there, and I'll cast from its position, Flame Strike, which is a 10-foot cylinder of fire.
Cool. You watch it like cast the spell by like placing its hand on the floor. Large thorned vines, like creating a cylinder, a 10-foot wide cylinder, spike their way from the ground and just like wrap themselves together in almost a cylindrical like cone. Yeah, like just straight up from its position.
Sick. I'm gonna once like as soon as I see that happen, it obviously clicks that that is what is happening, and I'm just gonna burn all of my spell slots, just burning everything with this fire spirit. That's not a fire spirit.
Every single one.
Just bringing back as much life as I can.
Every single one doing the exact same as what the spell would do, but not fire, but instead earth, vine, plant life. Almost as if the juxtaposition of your flame is this, whatever this spirit is. And each one goes off without a hitch.
I'm gonna sick. I'm gonna do it until I like happily will take a point of exhaustion. Like I am.
Well, you just tap
throwing
out,
everything
you
I
just
have at it.
tap all of your spells, and you're done.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure after I tell Sol this, and he does that first spire of vines and everything, just to tap everyone, just be like, all right, let's give him space. Let's see, back out the hole.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah. Now surrounded by a bunch of greenery, I'll kind of just collapse onto my knees again and stare at this bronze skull, being like, I still don't understand, but I'm just happy that I have a way to fix the things that I've done. Somewhat.
You notice the wildfire spirit seems to act on its own. And it comes up and it places
Fire
its
or the
long-
rock?
So the rock fire
The fire
spirit.
one's gone.
The grass
Yeah.
fire spirit, I should say.
Plant guy.
The plant
guy.
Plant spirit. It walks up as if acting on his own and places his long vined hand on your shoulder. And then vanishes into the earth.
I immediately try and summon him again.
Nothing comes out.
Now I'm confused. Sick.
Just peeking my head over the edge of the canyon hole. But you good, Sol?
You see now through the canyon hole is a field of vibrant flowers.
Oh, goodness.
Vibrant flowers and grass now fill the inside of this hole.
Does the sun come back at all?
It is somewhat still obscured by the ash-covered.
No, I mean, as in like that beam of sun.
No, it's seemingly
No?
gone
Okay.
for the time being. Yes, Azoth?
Athos will walk up to Sol and just kind of shift his body in the direction to look at what he's created, essentially, and just say, you found me when I was a baby and struggling. So for me, you've always been warmth and rebirth. So I'd like you to look at this and remember it every time you doubt yourself from now on. And I'm going to hand him what I think I still have is a bioluminescent mushroom that's in my inventory, and I don't know if that's me not taking it out or if I've still got one.
No, I believe you still got one.
And I'll say, I don't think this is a good choice for you, but if you'd like to add to your garden something a little special, and I'll give him a nudge.
I'll try and plant it.
Cool. You plant it into the ground.
Start hitting it. Get the spores out.
Yeah. Spores galore.
Cool. It coats some of the flowers.
Yeah,
in the
once
general
I've
vicinity.
hell yeah. Once I've done that, I'll turn back to Azoth and be like, I never had the ability to feel like anything other than the harbinger of death. I didn't know that you looked up to me in that way.
You were never that to me, mate.
I'm glad that you're back.
You too. And I try to lean in for a hug, knowing that he's never been too comfortable with it before.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking too.
No,
Leaning for a good kiss.
it's full embrace, like no hesitation. The tightest hug that Soul has ever given.
This will be the second time you've hugged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
upset
my
like the
dying
first, by
girlfriend,
the way.
and now Azoth.
What do we do now?
Ali?
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Let's see what Ali
You
wants.
guys keep going if you want. Okay. I have what do I have? Yeah, I have control weather, and I can change the wind conditions.
Hmm.
I don't really understand how this works. It says it takes a D4 and 10 minutes. What's the D4 for?
What?
Control weather, let me look it up.
I just wanted to make it windy so that all the ash is pushed away.
How do you have a 6th level spell?
It's actually
I think
under
she
8th level on my thing, but I have Boon of Weather Control.
Oh, okay.
Cool class trait,
Okay.
probably.
I think it was.
No, I think
I
you
also
got
think it was one of the weird choices I made really late at night when I was leveling up.
No, I think you got given it when you and Zil got given the boons from your god.
Hmm.
Maybe.
I didn't get
That
given
also
a.
sounds like it's possible.
All of this is
Isn't that
possible.
when the Astral Shards thing started? Was from there?
No.
No, because the astral shards started because I wanted an item called an astral shard, and someone thought I said astral shard, and then that's where the joke's been from.
Oh, I know, but when that joke started, we were at Ali's god's planet,
I feel
I
like
don't
it
know,
was
I didn't-
and
More
she
of a-
gave
I didn't
us.
get anything.
She gave some of us a boon for doing something.
I don't think I
Exact
got
details
anything.
of it. I think it
Well,
might
long
be-
story short, you cast control weather.
Yeah.
The ash and the clouds in the sky kind of form this almost perfect circle around you guys, around this center, letting in this nice warm light. It seems to dance its way from petal to petal, illuminating some while creating really nice colors in others.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I'm glad everything's good now.
Yes,
Question
all is
is-
right with the Astral Sea.
Yeah.
The question
Campaign
is-
over.
Yeah. Is how do we get to the sun?
I feel
Start
like we
flying
still
up.
have to go to. Yeah. I was going to stand in the middle of the crater, be like, smite me!
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, is the sunbeam still coming down? I thought we might have to interact with the sunbeam.
No. I have a
So how do-
suspicion that the plant guy may have been, if not Helios, then
Like
a
an
visage
aspect.
created by him. Yeah.
Okay,
Is there
so
any way we can like identify the skull, like the bronze skull?
Yeah, I was gonna do that when we go back to the ship.
Detect magic.
well, I was gonna say I can use my spell scroll to cast detect magic.
I just have detect magic, so you don't have to use your scroll.
Okay.
No, let him waste it and then do it anyway.
I also wanted to know.
Cool. So you guys head back to the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reboarding and then like flying up back into a decent altitude. You guys kind of reconvene on the deck of the ship for a few seconds. You cast detect magic. It is definitely giving off a magical sense. You cannot place its origin.
I was about to ask.
So what do we
Is
do?
it-
How do
is
we
it
get
like-
to this on?
Is the skull like it just an? Is it an anatomical? Like it looks like it came from a skeleton. Is it hollow inside?
It is. Think of it like a brass paperweight, but in the shape of an anatomically correct skull that resembles the skull that's on the inside of your wildfire spirit.
Can I like fine tooth comb every nook and cranny of it to see if there's anything like an inscription?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
I was also thinking you might be able to use
Guidance.
it to like channel.
I
You know.
put it on like a hat.
Well, you could use it to channel, and maybe it'll let you. Maybe it'll let you like
Use
connect
it as a belt
to.
buckle.
Maybe it'll let you like connect to Helios.
Did you see the chat?
Um,
I asked the skull if it is to be or not to be.
Chris
It's-
got
I rolled a 21.
It's super funny, but also that is not the right quote. I believe the right quote is "Alas, yeah." It's exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Alas, poor Helios. I knew him well.
Sorry, 21. It is smooth, polished
Yep.
brass. There is no intricate markings. There is no damage to it. There's no like essence of anything that you could see.
Can you use it as like a, like to channel and kind of form a connection with Helios? You might be able to like channel your wildfire spirit through it, or, channel your connection to the fire through that, and maybe commune with Helios.
Does anyone have speak with dead? Because if this is actually
I
part
have
of
no
a dead
spells,
body,
so no.
I don't have
That
speak
is a
with
good
dead
plan,
either.
though.
If it was a sentient automaton, then it would work, correct?
I mean, if it
it's a-
lived,
Yeah.
if it's like a human skull that's just been turned to brass, it's technically part of the same body. So, but no one
Yeah, I
has
don't think
speak with
any-
dead
I
anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move off in the ship to Kothor's little nest of stuff. I'm just gonna place it in the middle of all of her stuff and just kind of kneel in front of it, and I guess try to reach out to Helios.
Cool. What did you say? Anything or?
Fuck you, bitch. Why, yeah. Yeah. I don't understand yet why you've given me such destruction, but I'm seeing that there are aspects of life that are brought through that. I don't know where to go from here. Any guidance would be great.
There's no response.
You fucker.
Speak to me. Could I go and find him, find Soul, and try and help in some capacity?
Sure. How do you want to help?
with my spiders.
You get
I don't
your
know,
spiders off my shiny skull.
I don't know. I want to see if there's any way I can reach out through the threads and connect Soul and the skull to see if anything responds.
Okay. So you wrap it in your ethereal threads.
Mhm.
You connect it to. You try and connecting that to Soul, and then to whatever else connects to it. You don't get any response or any kind of connection.
Damn, worth a shot. Just so curious where this skull came from. If it's not Soul,
Same dude.
and if
Could
it's
you-
it's a body of some kind. I keep thinking that.
Are you still able to summon your wildfire spirit?
The normal one, yeah.
Maybe that has something
I
to do
think
with
I've
it,
got
considering it looks like the
one.
it looks like the
Nothing
skull
happened
that's-
when I brought it up the first time, though.
But maybe like I don't know, having the wildfire spirit interact with the skull. I feel like it's something to do with the wildfire spirit because it's the same skull that's inside the wildfire spirit's head.
Sure, I'll try that.
Cool. So you cast your wildfire
yeah, I'll
spirit.
summon. Yeah,
Yep.
and then
The flame
ask
erupts
it
and the
or
flame
tell
one
it to.
appears.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna tell the fire spirit to pick up the skull.
It picks up the skull and holds it in its hand.
Yep, that went about as expected.
Are we clock towering, Nathan?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But
Um,
we probably
being-
will.
sorry.
Unless you've got something real quick, because
Okay.
I was going to say we'll probably end the session there as you guys decide what you guys are doing
No, I
next
was-
session.
I was just gonna say I'm going to immediately give up on this because I'm so used to hearing nothing from Helios, and head back to Zill and tell him to take the ship to the pillar, because I feel like that's the last skerrick of hope we have of answer, and maybe we have to take the skull there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll start heading towards the pillar.
Easy. You guys start heading towards where you believe the pillar was. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn.
So thank you for joining
Traumatizing.
us. Yeah, a little bit. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to our two sponsors, Stabby, Ampersand, and Ampersand Co. And W.GG. We will see you soon for another session of our Mimic Loaf campaigns. See you then.
Yeah. Well, next Tuesday is the next one, isn't it?
No, I believe we're not playing next Tuesday.
Oh, we're not playing next Tuesday. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, so it'll be the following Friday for the continuation of Soul's Trauma. Bye-bye now.
Yay!
Bye.